up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're going to make a pomegranate margarita. I seen it on TikTok the other day. Sounds absolutely delicious. So I told Lance, we're making them. It says that we need 3/4 cups, and this is, okay, we're not making per drink. We're making per barrel. So 3/4 cup of lime juice, which I already have right there. Do a little pour. And 1 cup of, actually no, I lied to you, 1/2 cup simple syrup. Gonna get 2 of these guys here. Now, 1 cup of Grand Marnier, and it really says any kind of orange citrusy, but this is the best of the best.
You said you're not making 1 drink, but that's 1 drink for Jerry.
Yeah, this is a Jerry drink.
Oh, next time we're gonna make him a picture of the wakes. That's one way to piss Kim off.
Yeah. Then 2 cups of your favorite pomegranate juice, and Bougie Publix doesn't have Palm brand. You know, the one with the curves. We're stuck with just good old fashioned just pomegranate. So go to Walmart, get the Palm brand. Shout out to them, Walmart. So anyway, we got 2 cups of this good stuff, and it's heart healthy. Look at that. I knew I was gonna do it.
It's starting to look like a Long Island.
Yeah. 2 cups of that. 2 cups of your favorite tequila. We're gonna rock with some of this stuff here. Shout out to The Rock. It says white tequila, but we like it a little bit stronger. So we'll add 2 cups of this good stuff. Listen to that goldness. Right. Give it a good stir. Give it a smell. Smells like bad regrets and good decisions. Give it a little pour here. See how I did that? Put it on the backside. This has to be the longest pouring.
1 eternity later.
1 eternity later.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Today we've already made a pomegranate margarita. Smells absolutely delicious. So we're gonna get a little.
Looks like a twisted tea.
It's good for the heart, and tequila is good for digestive. So I like it. I think it's bitchin'.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the. Wow, look how white.
Fuck.
Dude, yeah.
Why?
I think because it's daylight, and lately we've been recording it.
But we recorded
later.
after the run.
Yeah, but it was kind of overcast. Now it's sunny AF. Anyway, that's
You need
fine.
some blinds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. So the reason why I didn't put blinds up here, I don't know if I ever told you the story, was because I felt like the guy was screwing us. And I didn't want to give him the benefit of the doubt by doing 2 extra windows.
It's nothing like getting screwed over by a blind man.
Yeah, that's it.
Balloon tits.
Balloon tits.
Balloon tits.
There it is. I didn't even need to say it. I'm just wasting breath now. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Beyond Buzz podcast. Today we are drinking. At this point, it's not even what we said that we made.
Yeah, we
Doctored it up.
Definitely, if you make the recipe, do not buy anything but the Palm brand. Okay, pomegranate. This stuff turned out brown. The guy's video, his was maroon. The stuff we have is 100% pomegranate juice, no sugar, no nothing, no flavor, no bleh. And
No pizzazz.
it wasn't bad. It just had like no taste. It didn't even taste like a fruit. It was just bland.
It tastes like how the inside of Bussy's smells.
Jesus Christ.
Like Bussy the gas station.
Oh, I thought, never mind. I was like, wow.
Yeah, the inside of an asshole. That's what it tastes like. You know, I call Bucky's Bussies.
Man. Okay, I'm about to say, within the first 2 minutes, he's coming out hot. This is going to be a great podcast.
I had to cut out the last part of the.
I seen that. And I was like, because Crystal was like, what'd he say? I was like, what didn't he say?
Yeah.
It was awesome. And he cut it out. I was like, damn it.
I had to cut it out because afterwards, after I consulted outside personnel who don't always watch our stuff,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, that's pretty bad.
It was awesome.
But it's funny. Maybe we'll put it in
Yeah.
the Beyond Buzz career suicide because if
Yeah.
we ever win the lottery or something and we shit can the podcast
Yeah.
or something,
We're going to tell y'all how we really feel.
yeah, and I'm not even gonna give a shit if it's monetized or not. I'm just gonna say facts. It will be called the Beyond Buzz
my
Factual Podcast
Yeah.
because sometimes I limit myself to what I say.
The B loopers.
Yeah, yeah. B looper.
Yeah, that was, it was
Welcome
intense.
to the Beacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was funny. So I'm going to start off with, we just went to the arcades, and Trent, I didn't know, he was like the Rain Man of PacMan. We're going to call it TacMan because Trent just killed it. And I know they reset it every day or whatever, but Trent came out the gate swinging, and he's in first place right now with the daily score. Just give a guess of what you would think the second place guy, the differential
Okay.
between the two.
See, I don't know if they are juicing the numbers there. So is it like a 10,000 type thing? Or is
so obviously second place is like 9,000, third 8, then 7. They went all even numbers, but Trent just came out and was like, boom, I'm number 1.
20 grand more? God, 40.
By 53,180 points.
Damn.
Look at that.
Yeah. And all he did, he was humble about it. He just put T. He said, yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, they know
I'll
me.
put the rent later, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay me.
Yeah, I'll pay rent later.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I was like, good God, man. I mean, he made it to level 11.
Yeah.
I don't think I made it past 3. So, yeah, congrats to him. I was like, that's bitching, dude.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and then, so I got a few things here real fast.
Okay.
That are pretty funny.
Yeah, when it gets to me, I have a long list of shit that we need to talk about, but it's going to be like a long segment.
Okay.
Getting opinions and perspectives.
Mine's going to be more of like these little spurts, right? Mm-hmm. So this goes along with our last podcast, the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson one. Mm-hmm. And you know how Tyson bit off the ear? So
was it Evander Holyfield or something?
So this is pretty funny right here. Thought that was good. And I'll send you these pictures so you can put it up. Dude, it's so funny.
That's perfect.
That's accurate. This one is, well, you know what? Before I get to the TikToks, I'll do some of these little wasted deals here. This one trips me out. And remember in Vegas, they have that Area 51 or whatever it is that like really just, Area 15 where it's like freaking you out. Mm-hmm. So this reminded me of it. In Australia, they're going to start testing out glow in the dark road lines.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when you see this, it reminded me of that, like trying to drive in that place with all the neon, crazy darkness. And the concept, right, is there. Mm-hmm. I get it. But when you see this, if you have like one drink, and we don't promote that.
Yeah, don't do that. It says in the description, don't drink and drive.
Yeah, or if you have, so if you drink and ride, or if you have your medical marijuana card and you get high and ride, this is going to freak you the hell out when you start hitting some curvy roads like that. Yeah. Dude, you're going to be like, what the hell? Like, slow this bitch down. And
yeah, that's like shit from Tron.
Yeah, exactly what it looks like, Tron. Yeah, and when you see this, it's like, oh my God, going down a pitch black road and just, you don't see anything but these neon green lines.
I'm trying to think of like what would be the bad part of doing that. Because I understand why they're doing it. It's like, okay, so no matter what, you should have at least one working headlight, and then the reflective lines will flash it back up to you or something like that. Because a lot of people around here, at least, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but around here, there's a lot of people that only have one working headlight.
Yeah. And some people don't even have working headlights. It's like working fog lights.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what if you just like forget, I don't know, to turn the lights on or something or whatever. And I guess that's one way to see it. But then, dude, could you imagine like you're like paying attention to this? Also, a big ass kangaroo comes bouncing out.
They don't have deer that cross the road. It's kangaroos.
Yeah, like shit. Yeah, that's oh man, it had me going. I was like, dude, that is insane.
Nice. I mean, that's a decent idea. I wonder. It would be very expensive, I'm sure, to adopt that. And then if there was a damaged part of it or something, then someone's going to sue the piss out of somebody.
And because the paint looks, I mean, like super thick too. I mean, that it can't be cheap.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get on Fortnite and ask Chipsy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, hey, dude, have you been down these roads that are lit up? You know,
exactly. Did it say what part of Australia that they were doing it? I don't remember.
No,
he lives
I would probably have to pick up the article because I kind of crop it out just in case if we use these, you know, where like the whole description. But here's more a Florida thing. So we always have like these funny segments like, oh, Florida man gets arrested, you know, naked wearing one shoe. This guy, he's right up there. I don't know if you've seen this a couple days ago on Channel 3. They posted that a man, all right, attacked his girlfriend for the gas bill being too high.
Like the natural gas? What?
And then he calls, it gets better. One, this guy is ancient looking. Okay. He calls 911, and this is like, I don't know where it's at, but to me it sounds straight out of Milton.
Yeah.
He calls 911 and goes, hurry up before I finish her off.
Oh, my God.
over a damn utility bill. It says she was bleeding from her face and eyes after he attacked her over a dispute regarding a utility bill.
The natural gas bill already isn't that expensive. We cook at home a lot, and it's only like $27-$30. This man must have been. She must have left the stove on.
If it was the FPL bill, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's worth
damn it, Eunice, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You left the damn stove on. Now it's $3,000 or whatever. But so we have natural gas for heat, and even mine in the middle of winter. Using every gas water heater and everything, the most is like $150. And it's like, I mean, I guess if you're used to paying like $5, you know what I mean? This guy probably didn't even know he had a gas bill, and all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, Clyde, we got a bill due," and he's just like,
"That's it, woman. I've had one too many natural lights."
And then he calls the cops. "You better come get her before I finish her off." That's the best part, because I can only imagine how that 911 call went down.
What's your emergency?
I don't have one, but she does.
My emergency is I need $150 from a goddamn natural gas bill.
My emergency is me. I am the emergency.
I am the attacker and the aggressor and everything else.
If you don't hurry up, I'm going to finish her off. Oh, good.
I wonder if that's going to be divorce worthy now. Like, I mean, on paper it is,
Well, they weren't even married. It's his girlright.
Oh,
that's why I said, dude, this guy's that old and still dating and just clubbing bitches over utility bills.
All right, she's done. Next one, I'll get her at the Sleepy Hollow.
And now I'm sure your bail is more than that utility bill.
Yeah. So now you're like, oh, piss.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty damn funny.
Do you remember the Sleepy Hollow over by Mom?
Yes, it's still there.
I want to go in there just one time and just to see. I bet how like in the I think it's Shrek 2 when the king walks in and then the music and everything's like record scratch. I bet that would be us going in there. It's like, y'all don't belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're just trying to check out GP's old stomping ground.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm about to waddle my butt out of here.
Have you ever been inside the Sleepy Hollow?
No, not the Sleepy Hollow. No, I've been in some shit, but not that one. No.
Have you been to the one that's on 9 Mile off of Pinecone? It's called like the Shack or something?
Yes. So now that's nice. Before they turned it to the Shack, it used to be Chatty Shack.
Okay.
My buddy Chad Brown owned it. And he owned the Chatty Whackers bus, those party buses. He owned those. He bought that. I went there with him and Scott back when that bar was called the Ice House.
Interesting.
This was before they so this building is an old gas station.
Yeah. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
I'll post a picture.
Okay. It looks amazing now compared to what it did back. They have a fucking stand or the play.
Stage.
Yeah, stage goddamn live bandit out there. I'm like, dude, that is crazy. Because when I went, they still had the old gas pumps that were like discontinued. Inside, they didn't have the nice roll-up doors. It looked like you were going into like a 1910 model gas station. They literally put in, some redneck built a bar and they had like 4 chairs and a pool table. And that was it. They kept their beer in the old machines where you'd get like a Coca-Cola out of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. They kept all that old appliances and everything. It was like dive bar at its best. If you wanted to go away, have a drink where no one knows your name, nothing like Cheers, okay, that's the place to go. And, dude, it is shithole. Put it this way. When you went to use the restroom, they gave you the key like it was at the gas station.
It was on a big bowling pin.
It was still on the damn piece of wood, and you had to walk with this bitch to the bathroom and unlock the door.
I hate things like that because downtown right now, like you can go to 86 Forks and go to the bathroom and they give you this big key ring that looks like a skinny bitch jumps through it in a circus, and you have to take that with you. Now I just put it on my arm and up on my shoulder and everything, but I don't like touching that.
No,
because there's some motherfuckers who go to the bathroom and don't wash their hands, and then they're like,
and just out of spite, like I would just have to be that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
And then if you have one too many of their yummy vodka drinks, I don't know what it's called, but there's a yummy vodka drink, and if you have too many of those, you might be trying to hold the ring and piss through it.
Yeah.
You're doing circus tricks in stall 4. And
Oh my God. Yeah. You're pissing with friends at that point.
yeah, that's a new game downloadable on the App Store,
Yeah.
Pissing with Friends.
And you put little lines and be like, hey, 5 points, 10 points, 15 points. You know what I mean? You're trying to arch that bitch.
Yeah, and then if you get the stream like defined enough,
Yeah.
you can pee even through the little key ring. Not the big
Yeah.
one, the little one.
Then you get some old man that ate asparagus, is like milking a cow, just he's shooting shots all over the place, and just like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, God. Oh, I hate touching that key.
yeah.
Sometimes when they're like, all right, we'll get the key for you. I'm like, never mind, I don't have to go anymore.
Yeah, there's a key.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong restaurant. You don't have just a door, you know,
Yeah.
some stalls.
At the old Corey bowling alley, for the longest time, they would have people that would go in there and actually like bang in the bathroom. It was like military guys. And so they started
Military guys banging.
in the bathroom at the bowling alley, of course. It was the one on Corey. The cosmic one. Dude,
Banging
that
their
was
balls.
the best times.
Balls and pins, balls and pins.
Exactly.
Jesus.
And they had the key attached to an entire bowling pin. And I was
God.
like, that's why I said that. I was like, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of.
Wow.
And then with enough complaints, they eventually just cut the bitch in half, and then it was just the top of the bowling pin.
Wow, just
I
the
was like,
tip.
Yeah. I was like, I guess old Bethel was walking to the bathroom. And was like,
I can't carry this big ass bowling pin anymore.
Oh my God.
no matter. I can only imagine how much clam juice was on that fucking bowling
Jesus.
pin, dude.
Yeah, and who circumcised the bowling pin?
Oh, and you know, some bitch went in there and like took a shit, or even some guy took a shit and put it on the floor. Like, that'll stay there.
Right?
And then there was backsplash.
Ugh, God.
Anyway, all right.
I'm going to finish up. Let's see here. Got 3 more little topics that are pretty funny, and then I'll show you the 2 TikToks, and then I'm done.
Okay.
It's all yours after that. This guy, this is pretty damn funny. Guy's 42 years old, and he was arrested in Wisconsin and charged with battery. I would probably be charged with battery too if this was my name. And dude, I just take a guess what you think this guy's name is.
He's charged with battery.
Yeah. What would be the worst name that you think, worst or maybe best name that you would be given?
I would probably name him, like, first name would be Spanky Hits a Lot or something. Like, Spanky would be the first name, last name Hits a Lot or something.
Close. This guy's name was D's Nuts Kroll. That's his name, D's Nuts.
Close.
Yeah. Oh my God. So
Who the fuck named him that?
dude,
How old is he?
42.
Okay, he changed his name. To
Yeah,
that.
he
There's
had
no
to.
way. No way 42
Yeah.
years ago someone was already beating the dude who said these nuts.
Yeah.
Beating him to the funny
Exactly.
part. No way.
Yeah, because his whole life is just like, there's no way you go to school and the teacher call that name out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is D's nuts here?
Yeah.
Something came in your mouth, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, buddy.
Oh man, you know who it is? Who? These nuts. Ha! Got him. So yeah, it said that a witness reported that D's Nuts punched someone and then obtained a CO2 style BB gun with 8 silver BBs during an incident. So
This man decided to start getting in a tussle and pulls out a fucking airsoft gun and start pumping pellets full of people.
And what did he get in a fight for? You know what I mean? Like somebody making fun of him.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're the one with the stupid motherfucking name. You don't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, you know who he is? I don't know who. D's Nuts.
His name's D. D's nuts.
Got him. Yeah, you can't not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Every time you introduce yourself, what's your name? D.
Yeah.
D. D's nuts. Got him.
Oh my God. Yeah. Even your friends or people that you thought were your friends would be prank calling you.
Yeah. And then if your voicemail isn't something along the lines
Yeah.
of D's nuts or
Yeah.
whatever.
Thank you for calling D. D's Nuts. Ha!
Got him.
Got him. Yeah. So I thought that was too damn funny not to bring up. Let's see here. This one, both of these are interesting, and one of them I just don't see how the hell you could do it, and maybe maybe over time, maybe your arm went numb, blood flow and everything like that. But this guy has been holding up his hand for 50 years.
I saw that.
That is insane. And he's not even that big of a guy.
Yeah.
His fingernails, and I mean, dude, look at this. Like, they look, it's like a big club on the end of his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
Right, how, after a while, everything's gonna start hurting. Like your
but then I think it all like freezes up, and then your body quits sending blood up there because, like they say, once it, like if you tie like a piece of string around your thumb really, really tight, your body's gonna pick up that that's no longer there, and it's gonna stop sending it. So then it it'll fall off. But I mean, dude, after a while, it's just like, all right, that
because it's gonna hurt your shoulder, it's gonna hurt your chest, it's gonna hurt your back muscle. It's going to hurt everything, even a little bit of your neck.
Yeah, and he did it for devotion to end wars and support peace. Like,
I mean, I understand it. I understand why he did it, and that's very commendable and respectful. I get it.
Yeah,
but I mean, did it change anything? Did it change anything?
Yeah, exactly. It's still there. Forrest Gump went running.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. He just felt like running.
Yeah.
And this guy, for world peace and to end wars for 50 years, just said, you know what? Fuck it. And just, I'm going to hold it here. Yeah. Don't dare me. Like, what did you do? You can't do a job. Obviously, this guy is in like a tarp, so he don't have a job. He's, his name is Amar Bharati, a sadhu, which means to be a holy person. So I guess, all right, he's devoted his life to that. And once he's committed, you know what I mean? How do you sleep?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only relief that he gets, I bet, because he finally gets to lay back and then just rest that muscle that's been working all fucking day.
Yeah.
I would spend most of my life
because it is technically
sleeping.
still over his head. So, yeah. He would be really good in that room that you said, with 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
If you can do that for 50 years, 24 hours, hearing nothing, dude, he got it.
Yeah.
He's done. Like, you're going to owe that dude millions.
Like, when will he put his arm down? Like, let's say there's world peace.
Yeah.
Like, let's say everyone just agrees to cease fire on everything.
How would he? Someone's going to have to help him. You know the pain to bring it back down?
And then also, that long, I bet the muscles have atrophied.
Yeah.
I bet the bones and any type of synovial fluid,
Yeah,
which is
all
the
of
fluid
his
that's in your
tendons
joints,
and shit.
fucked.
Yeah, he's done.
I bet they would immediately just break.
Yeah, it'd be like the Tin Man. Like, somebody oil this bitch up and it's going to be like...
Unless the bone didn't fuse, like the socket of the what is that, humerus?
What I don't understand is why hasn't somebody clipped his fucking fingernails? Like, you're holding your fist up, I get it, but your fingernails are dangling. But
Sir, put your arm down so I can cut your fingernails.
But those are not 50-year-old fingernails.
Yeah.
You give me 5 years and I can grow some fingernails like that because my shit grows quick. Someone's keeping them trimmed up, but not all the way, like, a nice manicure.
In a nice way. I just thought of something funny. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this. Puts his right hand up. Oh, fuck, I'm right-handed. Huh? And then he had to learn everything. Left-handed. He's like, all right, well, this is how it's going to be.
Exactly. Like, what if you get like an emergency situation where it's like, you got to wipe your ass and sign a piece of paper at the same time or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Or what if you trip and fall? You're like, oh, fuck, got to catch myself with this.
Yeah, and you just club yourself to doom. You dome out. Because you said, I'm not dropping this arm.
Or someone tries to check you with a football or a basketball and they throw it at you and you're like,
exactly.
Oh, and you're like, oh fuck. And then
exactly.
Restart.
Like, think fast. And he's like, son of a bitch, I was at 27 and a half years.
Yeah, and at this point, it's like, all right, motherfucker, you did it. You've won.
Yeah.
You've won the longest time in Guinness World Record history of holding your right hand up.
Right.
And then, all right, now you did it.
Yeah.
And everyone now knows, especially through TikTok or Instagram or whatever the hell, they now know, all right, you've done this. So now you can stop doing it.
Exactly.
We get it.
You're famous now, guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've gotten it. You've won.
Hey, let's bring it down a little bit. All right. You're up here.
Yeah. You have a question? Question in the back? Nope, not yet.
Yeah. What if he...
when I have a question, I'm doing two hands.
Obviously, he lives in the country where they don't do jury duty. But what if? What if... Here's my... So that's why I say this,
object?
What if somebody in America at this day and age said, F it, like, I'm 20 years old, I'm making a stand. I don't think you could live your life here. Like, in his country, yeah, maybe. But you're not going to, what are you going to do when you drive like this? You're never going to pass the driver's test. 10 and 2. You know what I mean?
Both hands on the wheel.
Not literally fucking 10 and 2 o'clock this way. All right.
That's the time difference.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still stuck in daylight savings and he's driving.
So, I mean, the whole thing, you're not going to walk into a restaurant and like you said, as you go through school or anything like that, like anyone have any questions? No, I think we're all good here, right? Everyone good? You know?
We're all in agreement?
Yeah. So, yeah, or like Colon Steven, he gets his hand up. Like you'd be the ass of all jokes.
He can't do anything fast.
No.
Because if you run, you're going, oh.
Exactly. You're no threat to somebody running at him like this. You know?
And you can guess his next move with his right hand.
Exactly. I know where you're going to try and punch me from.
Yeah. Instead of coming from the left.
Exactly.
Unless that's the day when he fights somebody that he decides to put it down. And it's like, you'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's who should box Jake Paul next.
Oh, my God.
and then that's the day he brings it down. And he just whoops his ass at that point. It's like, bam. Just karate chops the piss out of Jake Paul. That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah. This guy is like literally the one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, but it's like the one-armed man in a boxing contest.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I had a friend like, say, Scott, just said, I'm going to do this for world peace. You know, of course, his big ass would be like this because he's so big. I would make jokes nonstop. You know what I mean? Just be like, raise your hand if you're sucked up. This guy's over there's like, you son of a bitch.
Then I'd try to like tickle him or something just to get it.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm not tickling.
Who's the big boy?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it here. I don't think it would be
Culturally accepted.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be accepted, you know? And it's one of those things like, at that point, it's like, all right, dude, that's a joke.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm never going to stop wearing these shoes until world peace. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Guess you're going to be barefoot in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Another thing that I understand why they do it, but I don't understand why they do it, is like the Lent thing when people do that fast for like a week or so. My stomach hurts. I'm hungry. And and with that, it's like, I'm going to eat. Like, I get why they do it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I get it, but I don't get it. It's like, because when you're hungry, you're hungry. And what if you have diabetes and you have to eat in order to take your insulin or else you fucking die?
Right.
Like, that to me, like, do they get a pass on that? Like, do they say, all right, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You can eat. But during the fasting time, a lot of people, like,
question.
in... I think in the Muslim countries and stuff, they spend a lot of money shopping during that fasting week.
Okay.
And so I think that's their way of getting off the hunger pain. They go out and they just spend a shit ton of money and they
I can see that. Get your mind off of it.
Yeah. So I mean, it helps businesses in that area for the people who fast. I don't remember what religion it is, but anyway,
So I'm going to,
that's my ignorance.
3 things, 1 more topic and 2 TikToks, and I'm done. This one, I don't understand why people would want to do this, but I think it's completely effing retarded. You leave the dead alone. If something is extinct, you don't bring it back, all right? Especially this day and age where they're spending $1.5 billion
That's about how much I'd expect for whatever you're about
to
to
bring
say.
back the woolly mammoth.
Out of all the fucking things that are extinct, that's what y'all choose?
And so,
a hairy elephant?
So here's the thing. Yeah. And here's the thing. Well, fuck, don't bring back T-Rex because then you're going to, like, you know what I mean? This
Bring
whole...
back like little raptors or something. Something
Oh,
like
they're
a
so
legit,
cute.
Yeah, something cool.
Until it mauls you in the face like feet. He's a fucking kitty cat that will end your night with a jugular bite.
Yeah.
So my thing is, it's like, dude, you couldn't even only imagine. That's going to give a whole nother group of people in this country. There are already so many different ones. They're like, oh my God, don't kill the woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
You know?
The dodo bird.
Yeah.
Something like recently extinct.
Dude. And not so fucking big.
Yeah. Because what if the woolly mammoths decide to be just ridiculous? You could have put an elephant embryo in a petri dish and then just injected like a hair growth hormone into it, and then you would have solved that problem and not spend 1.5 billion. I'd rather them spend 1.5 billion and bring back the long Necosauruses or whatever the fuck those are called.
Yeah.
Something cool.
Yeah.
Something
really
cool
cool.
that you could make Jurassic Park and then make your 1.5 billion back on.
Like a pterodactyl. Could you imagine being outside having a nice cold beer and a pterodactyl lands on your fucking house?
Dude.
And he's just like, caw or whatever the fuck they sound like. And he's just, doom.
And now you have roof damage.
And then what region of the country are we going to do this? Because now your home insurance is skyrocketed the fuck because if a woolly mammoth walks into the side of your house, Dude, these things are big.
Yeah, I would support it if they bought like one of these big ass private islands and just did all that there.
Yeah, well, Epstein Islands, I hear, is vacant. It's for sale.
Being sold to the highest bidder. Shit. Well, there goes another animation of Stephen
Balloon
Hawking.
tits.
Balloon tits.
So, yeah, and this ain't even like a far away thing. Dude, they're expecting to have this bitch done by 2028.
I was going to guess 2030, but that's even better.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it could be faster or pending, but yeah, they're.
Did they say how they're going to do it?
So let's see here.
Is it going to be like an embryo in a petri dish thing, or?
So it has they're reprogramming some of the elephant stem cells.
Okay.
All right. A technique that recently faced significant challenges, of, I guess, actually acquiring them. But, yeah, so, I mean, I don't know.
I'm interested to see that. I haven't heard that.
Well, when one of these some bitches walk down the fucking road 4 more years.
That's going to be the first circus. The Ringling Brothers ain't got shit on this.
I guess they got it together.
Yeah. Fuck, that's
As you're walking down the interstate and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
Come walking across there.
Fucking Animal Kingdom's about to have one of them.
So my thing is, if that happens, there's nothing on this planet right now that would be a threat to it. Except mankind.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine going to like Steven's house and he has a woolly mammoth head on this damn the wall?
Yeah, it's going to be a billionaire hunting ground type shit.
Because nothing's going to oppose a threat to it. Nothing right now is so big it's going to eat it.
And then if you get things like rich people saying, "Oh, well, I want woolly mammoth fur clothing."
I thought he was going to say, "I want woolly mammoth steaks."
That too. I mean, I don't know if people eat elephants, but I assume that someone may have done that in the past.
Yeah.
But and I'm also wondering, like, is it yummy? Because if it's yummy,
Yeah.
then,
Is the woolly mammoth meat
yeah.
the same as an elephant? Because it's furry, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it'd be exact. I would see it being more like a moose and an elephant kind of, got one in. And that's what you ended up with.
Yeah, and then you're going to crossbreed them with, I guess, elephants or more woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
Obviously more woolly mammoths, but if you can only house one of these woolly mammoths, it's got to be birthed from something. So I'd assume it's going to be a big ass elephant. And then for the first several years, I'd say 3 to 5 years, they're going to come out crossbred with elephants until you can get a purebred woolly mammoth in its
that would
most
take
pure.
a while.
Yeah. So 2028, we might have something that has been inserted into.
It would probably look like a furry elephant.
Yeah, it's going to be like it's going to be exactly
Until, like you said, they do enough, and then all of a sudden they start pure breeding them.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, fuck, there it is.
Yeah. And it's as big as the fucking house.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, well, we're fucked. So.
Yeah. All right, 2 more and I'm done.
Okay.
This one, actually, I'm just going to show you a screenshot because it's actually pretty good. Do these lines look straight to you?
Individually, yes. But when you look at them together, no. Because I think it's like the...
But then if you turn the phone like this and you like look at them like this, you can see that they're straight.
It's just the
colors.
shadows. Yeah, like
I thought that was pretty bitchy. Yeah. Pretty good. It got me today. I'm sitting there. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all about like forced perspective, I think is what that's called. Because Disney does it a lot, and a lot of buildings, even in like Chicago and New York and stuff, they do forced perspective to make it look bigger.
All right. I'm going to tie into Bluetooth. And let's see here. Roadcaster. We're going to hit connect. I can't rib it, by the way. When I try to do the R, I want to throw up. I don't know why it is. So I just burp it on out. All right, here we go. So remember whenever you were talking about how y'all went to a cave and like complete darkness and all that stuff? Yeah. This video popped up and I was like, no effing freaking way. I'm going to play it without the sound. Therefore, we can just send it to you and you ain't going to worry about that. Sweet. Yeah, because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not because ESPN did this. But watch this, dude. Oh, here we go. Watch that. And don't, dude.
Where is she being dropped into?
I don't know. Complete darkness.
Awful.
Because
I didn't see her attached to anything.
Well, there was like a bungee thing. But so my thing is, like you said, that you didn't know if you're like laying down in complete darkness. You don't know if you're standing up.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
You said you had another TikTok. Is it going to be sound?
No. I saved them to my camera, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to have any more after that. But yeah, so complete darkness, and they just thunk it. So my thing is, you told us how weird it was when you were standing there.
Yeah.
And when you had that security.
Yeah, you had to,
Could you imagine free falling in complete darkness?
nothing
And you
to
don't
grab
even know
onto.
when it's going to snap, when you're going to stop, where you're, dude.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
When I seen that, I was like, I got to tell Lance.
Dude,
I got to.
the feeling of like constant falling in your stomach and just not knowing anything. Oh, I'd have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Where's that? Did it say where that was at?
I'll look it up more when ESPN reshared it, because I seen it before, then it went viral, and then ESPN shared it. So I was like, okay, at this point I got to bring it up, especially after our whole pitch black thing, and you don't know where you're at, what you're doing. And my thing is, so you're like falling and you're just waiting. The anticipation is killing you.
And then all of a sudden you're jolted into a different direction from the bungee cord,
and you're just like folded up, just oh man, like a crunchy taco, just whack, yeah.
That'd be rough.
It's a whole
That'd be
thing.
a rough day in the office.
I was gonna text Crystal, see if she needs another drink while we're
Tell her to come up here, but don't tell her that she needs a joke, but we just have her tell a joke.
Yeah.
See what we get.
Let's see here.
Did you have one more, or was that the last one?
That should be the last one, man. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think I hit everything there.
Okay, sweet.
Hopefully. Oh, well, I gotta ask you later. Well, when are you going out of town?
I'm going out of town. I leave on Friday.
Okay. So you're not going to be in town for the Jake Paul shit. Okay. She's good too. Okay. She don't need a refill because she knows what time it is. Okay. Okay. No, I was just seeing if you're going to be in town for that Jake Paul fight.
Okay. Fun thing that I wanted to show you. It was a funny joke that Aud came up with on her own, actually, give or take. And
She said that as if she doesn't have those very often.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't come up with her own funnies.
Surprisingly, she's funny.
Yeah,
once in a while.
Like every now and again, she'll get one right. But there's this mug that she bought, and it's a pure black mug, and on one side of it, it says, "Don't talk to me until I've had my abortion."
Jesus.
And what she did is she snuck it into her parents' coffee mug cabinet and turned it around. And her dad drinks coffee like almost every morning. And so when she turned it, when he goes up, he's like, "Oh, black coffee mug," sets it down, doesn't even see the other side. And if he's just walking around, like pretend this is where it says it, but he hasn't seen it yet because he's flipped it around.
Oh my
like he pointed
God.
this way and he's just walking. So her parents went out of town because on St. Patrick's Day, this is like the most Irish thing on earth. Audrey's dad and Audrey's sister, both Irish, have the same birthday on St. Patrick's Day.
Jesus.
Yeah. Audrey's dad's name is Patrick Sean O'Malley. If that's not the most Ireland leprechaun name you could possibly think
You're
of.
straight born out of a leprechaun's ball sack at that point.
His blood isn't even red, it's green.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. He came out with a 4-leaf clover branded on his ass at that point. And the same thing with Audrey's sister, Alana Elise O'Malley. So
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
but still her dad. That's his good God.
Yeah.
If he's not chugging Guinness on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, exactly. And Pat's dad was a doctor in Ireland. So it comes full circle. He actually immigrated.
Did he?
He immigrated here.
No, I'm not like come here. I mean, like you said, he's a doctor. Did he deliver his own kid?
Oh, no, he's a radiologist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't do it. Then.
He wasn't
I
like an
figure since
OBGYN.
Ireland, especially back in the day or something like this, maybe not like a common thing. It's like, top of the morning to you. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, did you see the O'Malls that had a kid down there? Yeah, down that Cobblestone Road down there. Yeah.
It's like kind of
It's all day, and everyone's drunker and pissed. Who is sober enough to deliver a kid? That's what I want to know.
They hang 2 IV bags. One of them is just regular normal saline, and one's Guinness. Just right here.
I didn't know where you were going with it.
Shit.
They hang 2 Irish people every St. Patrick's Day.
No.
That brings them good luck to you.
Yeah, the 2 the 2 redhead people. It's the Irish sacrifice.
Whoever passes out drunk first, those get hung. They're no more good. Hanging from the tree over there.
Shit,
Patrick, get the rope.
Patrick Sean and Mealy. Good crack.
Yeah. Get the rope. The pasta drunk all day.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Yeah, no. So I saw that coffee mug, and there was another one that I told Odd that she should buy. I don't know if she did it or not, or if it even.
So her
came
mom
in.
hasn't seen it yet.
No, not
Oh, I thought that's where you're going with it.
No, because they're out of town right now. They don't
Damn.
come back until Monday. So the soonest that they're gonna have coffee is Monday night.
So,
or maybe even Tuesday morning.
have you made sure that it's still turned around though? Like, so
there would be no one else in there.
Oh, no. I thought you said he already had grabbed it out.
No. That's
okay.
the plan. Is that whenever he has coffee,
there we go.
he's gonna grab it.
What? Okay. What if her mom wakes up before Patrick O'Mell does? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck it, I want coffee. And she's walking around just, cheerful.
I hope her mom grabs it first.
And he's just like, what the
Lori? What the fuck?
What is that? Like, good God.
Yeah, shit. I wish Odd would get off right now. She's gonna be off in about 2 or 3 minutes. I can have her call me and be like, "Hey, how did you place it?"
Yeah,
like
when you're like, "Don't talk to me until I have my morning." You know what I mean? Like I thought it was
morning abortion.
Yeah, normally it's like my morning coffee. Oh, it's a good one, knee slapper, ha ha ha. But dude, you went dark. No wonder.
How's Audrey's doing?
No wonder it's on a black mug because that is dark.
Yeah, she didn't even tell me it came in because I wanted to see it, but she just texted me and said, "Oh,
where did she find that at?"
It was on like TikTok.
Okay,
or Facebook.
I thought it was like around town. I'm like, what the fuck is she shopping? Like psychedelic shack or something?
Yeah, no. There's another one that. It's all black, and then when you pour something hot in it, it changes colors. And I think she ordered that one too, but that one hasn't come in yet.
What if? Okay, now I'm on a thing.
Yeah.
We have that clinic over off Davis Highway. If you just like bulk ordered that and shipped it to their office for the employees.
If I was the doctor that performed those, I'd walk in with it and be like, all right, everyone feeling all right?
And you know how everyone on Davis Highway has their little pickets? If you just went out, like gave out little souvenir gifts, like a t-shirt and a coffee mug together.
You're going to piss off all of those people that protest that. And that's
they don't watch this podcast at all, so
Yeah,
I can
no,
promise you that. They're on Davis Highway right now.
Yeah, they're too busy bitching about something to watch our podcast.
Exactly. What do you mean no fetus can beat us?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fetus could be Jesus Christ.
Shut up, Karen. Go back inside. That's good.
Oh,
I want to know. We have to do a recap on that.
Yeah, I have an off-camera story to tell you, so just remind me later because it's not. I would if I said it, I'd have to cut it, and I already know it, so I'm just gonna save cutting.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Those are those are going to be on the behind the scenes.
Awful. Yeah, it's going to be part of our
The B loopers.
Yeah, our career suicide podcast.
Yeah, when we finally say F it, we're just going to air out everything. It's like ending a bad relationship. Like, let me tell you something that you don't know about you.
So I saw this TikTok the other day, and it was this guy. I'm sure you've probably seen it, but there's always these like TikToks of this guy. He has like a bourbon, and he's like, all right, these are cheers or toasts that you should know whenever you're out drinking with friends. And one of my favorite ones, and I wanted to title the podcast this, but you lost the ball.
God damn it.
You lost Lance Armstrong's ball.
His one and only ball.
Yeah, found it.
Dude, that kind of like just sucked up right to it.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's like a little static electric. That was weird. Hey, I'm glad we got it on camera.
Maybe the ball likes just we just gotta. We're building a skyscraper.
I mean, something
of
like kind of
alcohol.
pushed it there. Hey, didn't tell you we got Casper the Ghost over here.
Yeah.
Just pushed the ball right to it. Man,
Yeah.
that was weird.
It looks like Casper's missing ball.
Man, that was weird. It kind of freaked me out. Thing just like,
Now I'm looking at it. It looks like there's dried Irish red beer on
dude, Jesus, there's no telling how, that's a whole thing right there.
Dude, if we had an incubator and then a scientist with the cultures, he could come swab that and tell us what's growing on this ball.
I would hate to take a black light to it. I'm sure there's like a drool mark right there or something.
Yeah, but there's splooge.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm not.
splooge
Yeah,
fest.
I better wash my hand.
Yeah, you might get pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna hate myself in 9 months.
Yeah, if you wipe the wrong way, you're getting pregnant.
And I wipe hard.
Yeah.
I wipe until it's like a little boop. Okay.
Yeah,
When
until there's a little bit of blood.
I puncture. Yeah, exactly. I puncture through the damn toilet paper. Give myself a little hello.
Yeah, you can test
Yeah.
your blood and make sure that you're not iron deficient or whatever
Exactly.
just by wiping.
Oh, you need a DNA sample? There you go.
Yeah, smell it.
Smell that.
But anyway, so what I was gonna say is like I saw this thing about this guy who makes like toasting videos, and one of them, like I said, I wanted to name the podcast. It says here's to staying positive and testing negative. And I thought that was funny as fuck.
It's about COVID. Chill,
Yeah,
people.
Yeah, just make sure your cotton swab is not green or yellow or anything.
Yeah.
But there was the other thing that I got roped into, and it was about tipping culture. And I'm gonna play the video for you, and like
At a
tipping.
restaurant?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because there's this guy, and it's called Subway Takes, and this guy, he rides around on a subway, and he asks people like what's their take on it.
Okay.
So
I thought you meant like tipping, like we're going straight redneck, like how big's the cow you can tip, Cletus?
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's about tipping, and it makes the most sense because this chick who's just chilling on the subway sits there and says, "Hey, this is how I feel about it," and so on and so fifths, and so we'll sit back, react to it, and afterwards we'll get your take, and then we'll get my take, and we'll so on and so fifths.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, what?
We need sponsors, by the way.
Zero.
There it is.
So then we can have a soundboard, man, and fix his bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't got to worry about it. We just drink and do shit. That's what we do.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
What's your take?
If I have to go up to order, I'm not tipping. You know, restaurants are all self-serve. They're all self-serve now. So
0%.
Zero. At this point, I work there.
True.
You're doing the work. You should get tipped.
They have the nerve on the iPad to do 15% tip. Chas v'shalom, 20% tip.
Official.
Where's this at?
Why don't you
New
tip
York.
me? Take 15%.
She's
money
obviously
off the
from
bill.
Russia. Maybe
Or
Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah.
No, literally, just pay people a living wage and leave us alone already.
Tipping when you have to do the work is awful.
Yeah, what, come a year? We're tipping 45%. We're making the shit ourselves?
I like how
What
they
about
beeped
coffee
it for
shops?
me already.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it.
Zero.
You didn't tip for that.
Oh, this guy was rude as hell. I want to even cover the name here. I don't even want to give him anything. I'm telling you right now,
Good
the
God.
business must pay their employees. They continue to levy more and more on the consumer.
You're
Are
doing
you
a
sure
peaceful
she's not
protest.
Jewish?
You tip where you have service
might
at a
be.
restaurant, tip 45.
Now everyone
And you know-
expects 20%.
you know, especially a coffee shop. You know, they love to flip it back, the iPad. Nobody flips one back better than me. I don't give a fuck.
You hit 0 and then you flip it right back. You know what I do? I leave a pity tip.
But that's what it
I like
should be.
that.
If you're feeling a tip, give a tip.
Jesus.
But a mandatory
That's
tip
so out of context.
now
If you're feeling a
involves
tip,
the essence
give a tip.
of the tip. Now we're doing wages. Now I work there, and I'm paying to work there. By the way, people said, "Oh well, inflation because inflation went up." Yeah, well, a tip's a percentage, so you're getting a percentage of the
Dude,
inflated price.
Oh my God.
What are we double dipping?
She's taking this shit
Pay
fucking.
your people and leave
Person-
us alone
Yeah.
already. Bring back the $2 tip.
100% agree. I'm in.
Yeah.
The way she feels about tipping is the way you felt about the women in McGuire's Run.
Yeah, exactly.
She went on a fucking rant,
Yeah,
son.
and that right there
God.
tells me. And so, do you know the history behind tipping? It was a like back in the Great Recession or the Great Depression. Same shit. Great Depression. It was a way for business owners to stay in business and pay their employees less.
Like
and they
minimum.
and they said
Less than minimum, actually.
because minimum wage is like $7.80 something or rather. And
Yeah, you go now and apply for like being a waitress at, well, you can't be a waitress.
waiter or waitress.
I'm all say this day, I guess you identify as a waitress, and then you get more tips.
Yeah.
But like at McGuire's, they're probably up around like $4 an hour.
Yeah.
But then plus tips.
But then you got like Chili's and Applebee's. It was like $2 or $3 an hour, and then plus tips.
I know years ago it was like $1.80.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's good for being a waitress. It's
Yeah.
like, damn.
And another perspective to this, which I don't want anyone to think that I don't tip well. I tip very well when I go places, especially if it's places like Pearl and Horn or George's or
I tip
Iron or Jackson's.
accordingly.
Yeah, and
That's the biggest thing.
and same.
Because it can be a 5-star restaurant and you get a fucking 1-star waiter. You're not getting a 5-star restaurant tip. I don't care how much it is on that bill. Oh, it's $200. I don't care. You gave me a fucking $3 damn service.
Yep.
Like, dude, I pay you accordingly. If I'm at a 5-star restaurant, about to pay $200 for a damn meal, $300, whatever the hell, like when we went to Pearl and Horn. Yeah, we splurged a little. All right, we're paying hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And you want a tip off of that amount, but you suck? Nah, dude, the food was great. I tell you what, let me tip the chef.
Exactly. And that was so.
All right.
I wish I could show you the comments on that video.
Yeah.
Because when you scroll through, it says, well, if I'm tipping the waiter 20, 30%, whatever you decide it is, are they tipping out the bartenders, which they have to do, which is fine because we had drinks.
Yeah.
But I feel like the chef or the cook should get a fuck ton of that percentage too, because they're the ones that make or break the experience of the customer. Because it doesn't matter like, oh, well, the food was mediocre, but the service was great. No, I watched the bitch walk by and my water glass was empty 3 out of the 5 times she walked by. And it wasn't refilled in a whatever manner, or I was parched, because that's why like I get like a beverage and then I get a water, because I want to supplement when my beverage is empty, I at least have something else as a backup. And if that goes empty and that's empty and I'm sitting there like, all right, now I got to go hunt you down. Now I'm pissed. And so anyway, so the Great Depression was a way for the restaurant owners to stay in business and then push off to the patrons who were coming to the restaurant to supplement and pay the difference of whatever. It's like, oh, you're coming in. Thank you for supporting my business. This is where this is going to. Now, if you felt like the server was good enough to continue serving, now you give them a little bit of extra money. So now you're supplementing that.
I wish they would do like a tip breakdown, like tip for your service, tip for your food, because the way I see it is, say, like put it into a dumb man's terms. Let's look at it like football. All right, you got your fucking offensive line and your running back. All right, the running back is the waiter. The offensive line that's putting in the grunt work is the chef.
Yeah,
nobody acknowledges this guy. They only acknowledge, John over here that's spritzing around, and it's like, oh my God, here's your great food. You didn't fucking cook it, John. Yeah. You just brought it to me. The man putting in work is back there.
Yeah.
Make sure he's taken care of. And if you suck and say y'all do split the tips, no matter how good the food is, I'm going to tip like shit because you're shit.
Yeah. And the waiters and waitresses, they only have maybe like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tables. But the chefs back there and the cooks are cooking
all the tables.
All the tables.
Yeah.
And so hats off to them for being able to time manage that. Yeah. That speaks more volumes to me than it does to the waiter or waitress who's just like, oh, you want this? Do you want mayonnaise or mustard on that? Do you want ketchup with that? Blah, 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 blah. They're just writing it down and putting it into a computer. It's up to someone behind the scenes to choreograph the shit fuckery that is going on in the restaurant. But then now we have to tip the waiter or waitress that took the order and that was going to do that regardless of if I paid them 1%, 20%, 30%, or even tipping 100% of the bill. Like that to me is frustrating.
Yeah.
And then you get shit like Starbucks, who's going to make your coffee regardless if you tip or not.
Yeah.
And if you go through the drive-thru, how are they going to know if you tip or not?
True.
But then they still want a tip on top of that. So just don't go inside. And then there was someone that was in the comment section of that video that I just played for you. And it said, I was checking out online and they asked for a tip. No. Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
I'm not tipping you online.
Yeah.
And then some people say, well, this was another argument in the comment section of Uber Eats or DoorDash or like any of the mobile ordering services. Are you going to tip someone, like let's say, because McGuire's is now on like Uber Eats.
Okay.
And you can order McGuire. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Nice.
Lavelle ordered a filet mignon at 2 a.m. the other night. I was like,
Jesus.
that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good for you, Lavelle.
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
Was that good? He's like, yeah, it's straight. I was like, no way. He's like, yeah, just don't order anything with bread, because he ordered a chicken sandwich like a week prior and the bread was soggy. Anyway, so are you going to tip the McGuire's order that you spent like over $100 on to get to your house the same amount as it would be McDonald's? Because either way, that driver that's been assigned to you is delivering you the food. It's not up to them to make sure it's good quality or not, because you know it's going to be shit, because it's traveling.
Yeah.
Any type of traveled food is going to be shittier quality than you going to get it yourself or sitting in the restaurant.
See, that's where they try to push the whole, however much percent, 15, 20% of your actual bill. And it's like, okay, but it's accordingly. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, you got McGuire's and McDonald's. Yeah. They're both hamburgers being delivered to you.
Yep.
Like how do you have to tip accordingly? But also, I would tip, say, if the driver got my burger from McDonald's to my house the same speed as McDonald's, you know what I mean? Like they both, McGuire's, they showed up at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm tipping that driver for his service. Absolutely. You know, that's, it's a courting. Like that's the whole thing. It's, if we're at Pearl and Horn, we're spending $300 and old Steven that's prancing around sucks.
Yeah.
But the food is great. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. How do you determine that?
I want to make sure, like, that's where you start going, like, I don't want to be a Karen. I ate my food. It was great. I do want to speak to a manager.
Yeah. Let me tell the manager my intentions.
I'm going to leave $50 for a tip, but it's not for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want it to go to the chef or the cook.
All right. Yeah. This goes to somebody else but him. Anybody in this fucking restaurant but him. He sucks. All right.
Bartender was good making the drinks.
You know what? I'm just going to make it. I'm going to add it on to my bill. Not even a tip. Like, really. I'm just going to overpay my bill, but zero out the tip. So he don't get it, but it goes to your establishment. If I can do that, that'd be great. He doesn't get $1 of it. Yeah. You know, I don't want everyone else around here to suffer because he sucks at his job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine going to Walmart and there's a tip option. Oh, I'd be
tipping I would never have to pay for groceries. I self-checkout.
Yeah.
That's all you can do now.
Yeah. And then, so this was something that I saw the other day when I was on DoorDash. I was getting ChickfilA. And a lot of restaurants, whenever you say, I don't want lettuce or tomato or pickles or whatever the fuck on your sandwich, they're like, okay, cool. But Chick-fil-A, when you take off the lettuce or you take off the tomato or the pickles, they deduct 25 cents for the items that they take off. Fuck. I was like, that is the nicest shit.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care about money as much as making their customers happy. And that I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And if there was only one fast food chain on earth, I would pick Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Because Chick-fil-A, they care more than they care about money.
And the quality of the food is still up there, too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And every fucking commercial you see on TV, it's always about not the food that they have there. Because you already know what Chick-fil-A has. They have chicken. They are showing what standout employee went above and beyond that said, oh, this person, we got back from chemotherapy and all they wanted was a peach milkshake. And this guy made sure we had peach milkshake and free cookies.
Yeah, it's true.
It cost Chick-fil-A nothing to give out a dozen cookies.
Yep.
But to that one person who was going through chemo and that all they wanted was a peach milkshake,
that's the world to 'em.
12 cookies.
Yeah.
That cost Chick-fil-A maybe 50 cents to make, not even.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And then they made an entire commercial about it, spent more money on the fucking commercial than they did on the food, the peach, or even the chemotherapy treatment for that one person. Now, blasted them all over TV.
Yep.
So now, not only are you going through cancer, you got your peach milkshake, you got your cookies, you got to be on TV, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, Chick-fil-A's recognizing this employee who's now just like, oh, the HMFIC of Chick-fil-A, dude. I love that because McDonald's is like, oh, try the new upside down M McDonald's meal, the anime meal or whatever the fuck it is. Chick-fil-A's marketing is
of Chick-fil-A employees. How about the one in Fort Walton Beach that chased down the guy that robbed the woman and got her purse back and beat the piss out of him in the parking lot?
See, and that was the Lord that guided that man and took out that dude. And see, that's the type of shit that is cool.
Yeah.
But then you have Starbucks wanting a tip on your $5 coffee that's already too expensive.
Diabetes in a cup.
Yeah. And I watched this other TikTok of this chick who's living in Spain full time. And with her rent, eating out every single day, and the bars and stuff that she goes to, there's a specific wine bar in Spain that she goes to that when you order a glass of wine, it's €3. So it's maybe about $4 to us. It comes with one free tapa. And so she says that when her and her girlfriends go out, they get 2 to 3 glasses of wine each. And it comes with a tapa for every glass of wine you order. So she says in one night, she will spend 9 to 12 euros on 3 to 4 glasses of wine, have 3 to 4 tapas, and she's full.
Shit. Yeah.
And that's like, give or take, $10 to $13, maybe $15 max in US.
Yeah.
go to Chick-fil-A and try to get a one meal with one soda and one large fry
Ain't
for
happening.
15. Yeah, it's not happening. So altogether, her monthly expenses were about a little over €1,000 with her rent. It was every bill, rent, phone, everything, internet, cable, whatever.
Wow.
And she makes €3,000 a month. So now she's able to save €2,000 after taxes.
And that's the way it should be over here.
Yeah.
This guy on
we're getting
TikTok.
obliterated, dude.
Oh, man, this guy on TikTok. I wish I saved the video. He went absolutely fucking ape shit on TikTok. Had a rant. And he's just like, why in the F am I paying for water? Why the F am I paying for like all these fruits?
Yep.
Mother Nature gives you the seeds, gives you the water.
Yeah.
We have the same amount, think about this, the same amount of water and dirt on this earth that we'll ever have. We're never going to have any more. We're never going to have any less. Okay? Why are we paying for it? That's the thing. You're just throwing $1 at it to market it to somebody to make profit because we're never going to run out. We're never going to have any more of it, and we're never going to have any less of it. You know, it's just filtered on through, and someone's just $5 for this Voss water. It's like, bitch, it's the same water as in that. It's water.
Yeah, what you're paying for in that is the labor.
Yeah.
Which it goes back to the tipping thing.
Yeah.
Because it's already labor that has to be there in order for you to have this glass.
Yeah.
So the water and sand that it takes to make the glass, or however glass is fucking made.
I'm pretty sure it's just burnt sand.
Yeah. So with that, you're paying someone to do that part.
Yeah.
It's not that the fruit is expensive. It's the person who picks the fruit. It's the box that the fruit sits in. It's the truck and the tires and the gas and the oil and the driver and everything else that it's shipped to your local Publix. And then Publix is just the convenient factor of it. And so you have to pay that $5 avocado price for something that costs less than 20 cents to grow. So.
I get it, man. If you take away that convenient factor and everyone wants to like, I'll just order it and you order it straight from the supply. Yeah. There's a lot of people going to lose a lot of the jobs, you know, when you start going straight to the source.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even get into my NFL thing. I don't know if we should do that. I want to at least, let's just let it hit it fast.
Hey, good with me.
Hit it fast because I wanted to get it here while it's still fresh.
Yeah.
And it was just recent trades. Like there doesn't have to be any sort of commentary outside of the obvious.
We already
bullshit.
know the Cowboys just completely fucked.
Yeah, and that was the one that was the most shocking to me. But going down the list here, Mac Jones going from the Patriots to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
How does he go from the starter in New England to the Jaguars backup to Trevor Lawrence?
It's the Andy Dalton effects. So he's going to go there, be a backup. He's not going to stay long. He'll be bolted out. Wow. Also, speaking of trades and everything like that, did you see where Zeke's about to fucking come back to the Cowboys?
I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
So in my screenshots, I didn't have that one.
Yes, heavy talks. Zeke's coming back because he's not asking for a lot. He knows the system and everything like that. So I guess the Cowboys just want like Five Below, you know what I mean?
That's
running
so
back.
Annoying.
Because, dude, Derrick Henry came out after he signed with the Ravens. He even said, I wanted to be a Cowboy. They never called me back. The Cowboys said, we didn't call him back because his price tag's too high. So it was like, and then you let go of Pollard.
Yeah, I was going to say the next thing out of that was like Dallas releasing Tony Pollard, which I was pissed. And Tony Pollard went to the fucking Titans.
Yep.
I was like, what?
And Derrick Henry bought a house in Dallas.
Yeah, and then now Derrick Henry's in Baltimore.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be
That's going to be dangerous.
Retarded.
That's going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Because like last year or this past season, I thought that Baltimore was going to give KC a run for their money, but then they end up
if they had a good run game and now you have to bring in the box to handle Derrick Henry.
What are you going to do?
Lamar is going to eat you alive, cousin.
That was probably one of the best moves Baltimore can make.
And thank God they're my second team.
Yeah, I will say I'm not a huge Baltimore fan, but if KC's not going to the Super Bowl, then I'm Gucci with Baltimore. That's cool with me.
Especially when Dallas is like really just wanting to pay me to not be a fan.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean.
Way,
it's like one of those bad relationships where the other person just goes, you know what? I'm going to see what I can do to get away with, and just to piss you off so bad until you leave.
Yeah.
See what I can just I'm just keep on doing this. Oh, you don't want me to talk to other men? I'm going to talk to a whole goddamn field of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, you don't like this? I'm going to do that times 3. It's like, dude, Jerry Jones, you're really, really starting to test my patience. Yeah. And after this past season and we fell short, that was our year, man. And here we are again. Fine. Let's make some moves. Fuck, dude. You're taking a U-turn back to fucking Lewisville. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are you doing?
And that goes with what you said earlier in the season where actually a few podcast episodes ago where Jerry Jones sold his soul to the devil. And it's like, okay, I'm starting to jump on that bandwagon too, because how the fuck do you release Pollard and then go back and get Zeke?
He made his money. He's making money by being in the headlines. Let me release all my great players.
Yeah.
Keep the motherfuckers that people hate, like Dak. Dak's going to eat shit his whole entire career. Like, you just ruined the rest of his life.
Yeah. And then they pay that man $400 million or whatever. Like,
Dak, get ready, buddy. You are about to be the ass end of every joke, and the reason why we lose. Oh, we went and picked up another defensive player. Great. Mm-hmm. What are you banking on? Scoring 3 points and holding everyone to 0? That's not going to happen.
Yep.
Dude, it's, oh.
Yeah, and then speaking of bed shitters, the Falcons decide to go out and get fucking Kirk Cousins.
That could be, dude, I have mixed. If he comes out like he did with the damn Vikings and like starts blazing it,
yeah,
that could be. And did you see where Pitts said, hey, because Kurt is number 8.
Yeah.
Pitts is like, hey.
He wanted more targets.
Yeah, he goes, he can have my number as long as he get more targets. Dude, they have weapons. They've been lacking just somebody with a little bit of competence.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, dude, Cousins could be what y'all needed. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
it could be.
You're getting a new coach. You know what I mean? You're getting a new quarterback. It's revamping it. They already had good accessory players.
But see, I don't think Raheem Morris and Kirk Cousins are going to get along very well. Because Raheem Morris is going to be the new Falcons coach. And Kirk Cousins is coming in off of the Vikings and off of a torn, was it ACL or whatever?
The thing
whatever
is, if Kirk was there last year and he came in, I could see that. They're both coming in new. Hey, we're both fresh. We're here to make a statement. You're brand new. You're looking long-term. I'm on my way to retirement. At some point, we're going to kill it. You know what I mean?
But there's going to be a learning curve.
Like Joe Flacco. Dude, Joe Flacco came into the Cleveland Browns, which they went to the Colts.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But he came in, stepped in, and was like, hey, I'm a veteran for a reason. You know,
Joe Flacco was giving the Browns a run late in the season.
I'm telling you. Yeah. And then let's see how they do during the draft. You might be bringing that Atlanta Falcons jersey back out.
I doubt it.
Hey,
I'm not trying to get ahead of the brothers.
This red carpet would look pretty good with the black Falcon on it.
They not.
Hey, that Beyond Buzz B might turn into a Falcon.
Dude, I'll put Falcon wings on the B if the Falcons do anything remotely close this season, but I'm not holding my breath on that.
Well, welcome to the Cowboys.
Oh, dude, see, that pisses me off, dude. I didn't know Zeke was going back to the Cowboys.
So that's heavy talks, man. Yeah. Heavy talks.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley is
always
going
wanted
to
come back.
Eagles now.
Yeah, that's
going to be crazy. And that's in y'all's division.
I know.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's really rough.
And RIP your dad's team, the Packers. They released Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
But they're getting Josh Jacobs, I think, from the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not missing much on there. Yeah. They let go of a few defensive players, the Simone Biles' husband, which he tried to come out. Let's just say, call him Simone Biles' husband. Yeah. All right. I don't know your name. I don't want to know your name. Yeah. You came out and said, I didn't know who she was because I was so dedicated to my college season. Dude, sure, you didn't win a fucking Heisman. Nobody knows who the hell you are. Didn't know who you are until you married her, but you're going to say on a live podcast, I didn't know who she was. I was so dedicated to myself and my season and my teammates that I didn't know who she was. Bullshit. Yeah. The entire fucking world knew who she was. And you, mister, I don't know who she is, didn't know who she was?
Right.
Like, get out of here, dude. Nobody knows who you are. And still don't. I don't know your name.
I can't tell you his name.
I don't know either. It's Simone Biles' husband.
Yeah.
That's it. And you got traded to the fucking Bears.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
He's going to go there to die, just like Kirk Cousins is going to go to Atlanta.
Thank God your wife is rich and she's successful because you're not.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And Here's to staying positive and testing negative. But last NFL thing, and this is going to be interesting to see, but Calvin Ridley's going to the Titans.
Yeah, so that's a smack in the face to A.J. Brown, who's at the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because they passed up on him at 24 years old to give him like $100 million. Now they're going with Ridley, who's at like 27 or 28 years old.
And has a gambling problem.
And he's, and he's going in there for $94 million.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown was, obviously successful and proven. Yeah. Ridley is like, he went from the Falcons, cut because of his gambling thing, which is complete BS. I mean, let's just cut Lance out of life because he gambles too much. You know what I mean?
That's another eight. Calvin Ridley wasn't even betting against the Falcons, which is what I would have done.
Yeah.
Being on the team. I'm not even on the team, and I know the Falcons suck.
Yeah, if you're betting on your team to lose, or you're going to throw the game, and if you have the option of throwing the outcome, then yes, ban them.
Yeah.
But if you're betting on your team to win, that means you're pushing yourself.
Yeah. And I think when he made that bet, it was when he was hurt.
Yeah.
So he was believing in his boys, in his family, in his brothers that he is going on that field every Sunday to battle with, not to mention all the practice days. He was betting on them to fucking win.
Yep.
And then they said, "You're suspended for the rest of the fucking season. Fuck you." And he's like, sorry for believing in my boys when there's a Lance 30-acre who lives in Pensacola, Florida with a Matt Ryan jersey in his bathroom. With an in case of emergency, you need toilet paper, you can use Matt Ryan's jersey. This man believed in y'all, and y'all threw him out. Y'all said, screw you, F you, what do you need? Nothing. That's what they did to him.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
It would be like, say, oh, man, I just pulled my leg muscle. Oh, my God, I can't barely walk. And we had a 7 o'clock in the morning tea time on Saturday.
Yeah. And
I'm like, dude, I can't hardly walk. And you're like, dude, you can't golf. And I'm just like, bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet on myself. I can just to show you. And you're going to bet against me. Mm-hmm. I'm betting for the better.
Yeah.
If I'm like, you know what? Bet. All right. I'm going to bet on myself. I can't make it.
Yeah.
I win. And dude, you're making millions. He's not doing it for the money.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say next is the amount of money he bet.
Yeah.
To him was not life-changing money.
$1,500.
Yeah, $1,500. Even if he won a parlay with all the bets he had, it would not be enough to make a difference in this man's life, whether he was going to be broke, poor, or quit the Falcons. And lo and behold, the game he bet on, the Falcons fucking lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm
want
so mad
nothing
about that.
but the best for that dude.
Yeah.
Ever since that, at $1,500, let me pay his tab. I'll pay him $1,500 so he can go out and be amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And continue on. But it's like, dude, all right, you know what? Show up, show out, go get your money. And now that you do, shut him up.
Yeah. And his number with the Titans is allegedly going to be 0, which is how many bets he's won betting on the Falcons.
And that's what he was with the Jaguars. Yeah, he just showed up.
This man cannot win a bet.
Yeah, it's not even like a legit number.
Yeah.
It's
But what's funny about all this is the NFL players are not allowed to bet on games at all. Like, they're not allowed to do that. But then we have members of Congress who can do insider trading on the stock market, like i.e. Nancy Pelosi, who had like $1 million, $10 million or whatever in NVIDIA call options in the past month or two. And she's up 20, 30, 40, $50 million.
That's it. I'm telling you.
This world is rigged, ladies
here's
and
a little
gentlemen.
fun idea for you, and you can ponder on this. I think our very first, because we have a lot of knowledge and opinions on the NFL, our very first live podcast should go the first night of the draft.
Okay.
It's on a Thursday. You shouldn't have to work.
Yeah. Well, nowadays I do.
Oh, fuck
For the
that.
gaming.
Piss on them.
We'll see. We'll see how it
Well,
goes.
maybe y'all can do like during the day or something. Either way, that would be cool though.
Yeah.
Even if we got in a live, here's even better. Let's not even do the first round because that's like too immediate. Mm-hmm. Let's do it on Saturday during the early hours. So now you're in that 3rd and 4th round pick, and we can recap the 1st and 2nd round picks.
Oh, true. Like in the middle of the picks. Like, oh, we're going into the next pick.
Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're live and we are on the NFL draft. We're on round 3. We're starting it off. Let's recap, and in between the picks, we'll be like, hey, what do you think about the first round pick? And then we could just I like it.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're well over an hour now, but I had to get through the NFL shit because I wanted to bring that up because that was
You
something
can't rush greatness.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, if you like the podcast, smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let us know what you want to see next in the podcast. If you have any drink suggestions or things that you want us to talk about, let us know. And if you have any ideas for live podcast ideas, where you want us to do it, whether it be right here or whether it be downtown or wherever else, because it's not that hard to pick up these microphones and the podcast interface.
But if we see you, just be ready.
Yeah. Have a joke, have a drink, or have a drink suggestion or something. Come up, say hi, and we may or may not have merch at our first live podcast, however it needs to be.
Make sure to go check out the Instagram.
Yes, check out the Instagram.
I forgot to tell you too, man. Changed the whole TikTok. Just said, you know what?
I can put on the presets.
We don't even know if we're going to be around. TikTok may get shit canned. It looks like it's going to. So I was like, you know what? Last minute, let's just dump it. So the scooter tube, like F it, we went straight Beyond Buzz. So that's where we're going to start posting some more on that. So Instagram and TikTok now, Beyond Buzz. Check it out. Leave the drinks there, whatever.
Yeah, and
hit the likes.
with that link, I can put it in the description and everything else. Yep. That brings me to a whole other thing. Since you said the TikTok ban, just one quick thing. Let me tell you the repercussions that can possibly cause.
Oh, yeah.
So we have Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, any American-made, any type of company. With TikTok or with the government saying, hey, TikTok, you can't operate in the U.S. anymore unless you sell it. Now, let's say they force that hand.
Yeah.
Now China can say
China.
No, fuck.
The way you said, hey, TikTok, though.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go back, hey, TikTok. Like,
hey, TikTok. But then what China will do is say, oh, Tesla, you can now no longer sell cars in China. Yeah. Hey, Apple, you can no longer sell iPhones in China. Hey, Microsoft, you can no longer sell your cloud services or computers or whatever the fuck in China.
Yeah.
And then what is Nancy Pelosi and all these other Congress people going to do?
Guess where we're back to? When Trump said, you're going to build your cars in America, Ford. No more Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah, we're back to self-sufficient. We're gonna get our own oil. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, and with all that, there's going to be unnecessary tariffs. There's going to be unnecessary all kinds of bullshit. And don't think that for a second China isn't going to hesitate to not hesitate to put tariffs or make sales of unnecessary shit.
And
Starbucks
also, and if you think the chip shortage is short now, when you ban their number one, like this huge app, this platform.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You need our chips now? We'll just go ahead and back those off.
Yeah.
A lot
Same thing with Taiwan. That's just going to incentivize China even more to invade Taiwan.
Yeah.
And that's it. This is a bad move.
And we won't even know they're invading them because we won't be able to see it on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. And because they're not putting it on CNN, Fox, CNBC, the whole thing.
The biggest thing I think of, they said like the political stuff like that, like this whole thing with, like Biden making his run, Trump could overdo him and all this whole thing.
Yep.
They want to get it off that platform because that's the only one that's not monitored, I guess.
Because if you put it on Instagram or even Facebook,
it kicks back.
Yeah, and they sit there and they control what they want you to see and what not to see. It's a whole thing. So. I mean, even YouTube's guilty of that too.
Let us people be people.
Yeah. And with that, it's like also they have all this other campaign shit that they're trying to force upon us and trying to make us watch, and it's fucking
all we really want to do is watch Beyond Buzz, so F off.
It's
we'll just make an app. Fuck
Be buzzed. What's the buzz? Balloon hits.
We'll call it the Beehive
hits.
The Beehive app.
The Beehive.
There you go.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for today's podcast. It's going to be a lengthy and girthy one. So if you guys don't mind, lube up and get ready for a fantastic week and evening, and just have a good time.
Yeah.
The
just see what it goes for.
Yeah. The sun is so fucking me up right now. I look like a ghost, but that's all right. Nonetheless, boo. So anyway, love you guys a lot. See you later. Bye. And